Hey everybody, Calvin Hicks here with Chicks Flicks Movie News and talking about striking while the iron is hot, or in this case, the proverbial steel. We are now confirmed to be getting a Man of Steel sequel with Henry Cavill. This just in from Geekocity. Mikey Sutton, the editor-in-chief, goes on to write that frequent Zack Snyder producer Charles Roven returns for the sequel. Charles Roven was a producer on The Man of Steel, which debuted nearly a decade ago. And now he is coming back to help launch and produce the sequel to the movie. Obviously, with the old regime that was the old hierarchy of WB, they wanted to completely reboot the entire DC universe. And obviously, with the new regime that has come in, David Zaslav and others alike, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, not only as an actor, but primarily being a huge executive, a huge producing role in the DC universe now, has a lot more kind of deliberation and control over which way the universe is going. And they, just from this and hearing about David Zaslav's future intents, it just sounds like more and more this is a push for the Snyderverse being restored. Obviously, the article goes on to say, Mikey Sutton goes on to say that THR added that Man of Steel 2 is currently in search for writers. Interestingly, the article made no mention of directors. I reported WBD prefers Snyder to come back for it. Nonetheless, at this time, I haven't heard any negotiations with Snyder yet. Still, sources tell me Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav had tremendous admiration for Man of Steel. So, meaning he liked and deliberately really enjoyed the direction that Zack Snyder was taking with the franchise. The article also goes on to say, thus, it isn't just about the actor. A package deal of Cavill and Snyder for Man of Steel 2 would immediately be a massive win for Zaslav. Obviously, the fans want Zack Snyder to return. We know his slate is pretty well booked for the next couple of years. But with movies like this, the Man of Steel sequel coming out, there's nothing that doesn't say Zack Snyder couldn't come later on down the line and kind of finish what he started with these characters. I know at the end of Black Adam, with the cameo appearance of Superman, I would imagine it's going to somewhat tease a Black Adam against Superman movie, because that's ultimately what The Rock wants to bring to the screen. And I think that would be an awesome pairing between the massive Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson against just stout, huge Superman that is Henry Cavill. And that would bode really well, I think, on the screen and behind the scenes as well, as far as what the fans would like to see. This really just brings me excitement to what is coming in the future. Again, nothing is set in stone, but these are the right steps to be taken. To kind of win back the hearts of the fans that have stood by these movies for so long, and to hear that we're getting somewhat of a course correction back to where it was originally designed to go. I cannot be happier, and I'm so looking forward to checking out Black Adam this weekend, and I'm so looking forward to Henry Cavill coming back as Superman. I know he's been dying to come back as Superman. He's been more than willing to don the cape again. And it was really just that past hierarchy, the old regime at WB, that wanted nothing to do with what Zack Snyder had created. They wanted to kind of create a fresh new slate. So hearing the steps that David Zaslav, hearing the steps that other executives are taking, it sounds like they're listening to the fans, and it sounds like they're trying to create this Snyder-esque world universe that was initially created, and kind of going back to the roots. So again, it really brings joy to me, and I cannot wait to see what else comes down the line. Really looking forward to hearing y'all's response to this. Is anyone else excited about Man of Steel sequel? Is anyone a huge fan of Henry Cavill's Man of Steel Superman? I enjoy Henry Cavill in almost anything he's in, but he is my Superman. So couldn't be happier to hear this news. So we'll definitely keep you updated. Stay tuned. Please share, like, and subscribe if this is at all interesting to you. And as always, be well, be blessed. We'll see you next time.